same. Things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, hey, look at my dogs. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. Minnesota Vikings taking on the Washington football team.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did.
On first down, Moore.
The running back.
The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And caught there. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 7 catches, 70 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category.
Third down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Finding Harris over the middle. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
At the 19-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught at the 7. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. And this will be incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
2nd and goal.
And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. McCann's got it teed up. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
They'll run on first down. It's Ward. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Danielle Hunter on the stop. It's a pickup of 3.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And 7.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
The pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
They'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down to the 35.
Offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the ground with Ward. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They run it with Ward. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Carry for the running back. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. It's complete to Grant. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 18.
19 yards.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. Now he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
A try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will make it into the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
On first down, Ward. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They were able to win last last week, despite him being sacked 4 times, they might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Slings this. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ward. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Second and 11. He completes this to Sutton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
87. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep, Deontay Harris. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down.
It's 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense back out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's we got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
The pass.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Harris now to return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Washington, nothing.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Down the throw here, complete on the right sideline. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Here's Ward. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made at the
Washington on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he finds McLaurin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Terry McLaurin.
63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
That's 48-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right, and now he's going to use his legs.
The quarterback.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 33-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
now Cook. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
Cook again, the ball.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
11 more on that one and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On play action, they'll throw. Out. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's going to go down again. Chase Young in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 1st down, Ward. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
The quarterback is sacked.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing no, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And that one makes it 14-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. But he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now out comes is Minnesota. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith.
The pass.
That catch good for only a couple. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. That'll be complete to Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
At their own
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
complete.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll start in the NFC East, a classic matchup here. Dallas visiting the Meadowlands, and it's the Cowboys who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
Second and 2 at the 33.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And they'll try to run the option here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
I'm not sat down with my accountant. He said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Let's go now. 60 license.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Vikings send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll run on first down. It's Ward, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Number 38, the ball carrier.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 12.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
The pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Steps away to his left. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
15. First down, Washington.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line.
At the 7-yard line.
Rolling to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Extra point forthcoming.
Point after.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt.
At their own 27.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
The quarterback.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to keep it here. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Washington.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call. And
you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weak?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From a yard out. And Washington has taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.